Any Steve Austin stories?
Steve Austin. No, he wasn't. He didn't seem like the biggest fan of mine. He's a guy who kept to himself a lot. I would bug him more. There's an embarrassing story I have. And now that I think about it, I do have an embarrassing story. But yeah, he would keep to himself a lot. Was nice, but I would hear his opinion of me. People would say, "Oh, Steven, have you heard his impression?" And he would always say, "Raspy, raspy version of my voice. It's all rasp." So he would always call me Raspy or whatever. But I do have an embarrassing story now that I remember of Steve Austin. Excuse me, this is embarrassing. Anyway, so I was a mark. I was walking around. I didn't know any backstage etiquette. I didn't know any rules. I hadn't gone through the system. I'd come from, the crowd into the ring. So I didn't know any of these rules. And I was still just walking around like a kid in a candy store, the happiest employee in the building. So I just didn't even know how to act or how to be yet. I was very, very green. And I would go watch the Raws in different places on different monitors. This Raw was live. I found a dressing room where it was playing. I went in there to sit in there. It ends up being Stone Cold's personal locker room. He comes in, but I don't even know the edit. I don't man. Anyway, I didn't even know that I should just get the fuck out of there. I just sat there like, well, this is one of the boys' locker rooms. Like, they don't care if I'm here. And I didn't realize the feeling in the room of wanting me out so bad. So I just sat in there. Austin, he comes and he turns up when Ross starts and the fans are going, Austin, Austin. He comes and turns up his monitor. So he likes it. I'm sitting up in front of the monitor. So he's behind me. He looks at me. He just walks back. He turns it down and walks back again. I keep watching the monitor. Then when he comes up again, Austin, they're cheering for him again. He turns it up again. He looks at me. I look at him. He's naked now. So I just look away. But I think it was his way of saying, get the fuck out of here. And he didn't want to have to say it. But I still didn't clue in. It was so embarrassing that day. Vince shows up when Austin's dressing. Vince and him start going over this whole segment they're going to do where Austin's going to get a suit. And he's going to be throwing the suit out. It's the first time they have the belt there, this new big belt. So they're going over this segment. Russo and a couple other guys are there that are going to be.
And you.
And me sitting there. And one of the guys is going to be a security guard in the segment. I'm like, hey, I call him away from Vince talking to this group. Like, hey, he comes over. I'm like, get a picture. I have the picture of me with the big blue.
No.
The big
blue
belt.
That's amazing.
And Austin's suit that he's going to wear is behind me in the picture.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Anyway, so the guy goes back, and Russo's watching this, and he's just like, oh, Russo wants to kill me. No one's saying anything because Vince is okay with it. Austin's not saying anything. I'm just sitting there watching Raw. And then finally,
crack up one of his beers,
So bad.
You're eating his catering. Oh, this is great.
Okay, I'll take off my clothes too. Hey, look at me. I'm naked too. So, Vince finally looks over at me. He's like, Jason, how you doing? I'm like, good. He's like, good. Take these two guards to gorilla position because the guards are like, we don't know what gorilla position is. So I'm like, I don't know where the gorilla position is. And Vince is like, what? I said, I don't know what gorilla position is. And Vince is like, oh my God. Oh. And Russo's looking at me like, and he's like, I'll take him. I'll take the guys. Come on. And then he's like, Jason, You come with me too. I'm going to show you what gorilla position is. So, okay. And Russo all the way to the gorilla position. Russo was just like smartening me up. Bro, what are you doing in that dressing room? Why are you sitting there? And next time Vince asks you anything, you say yes and ask someone later. I was like, oh shit. Bro, what are you doing? Anyway,
As you leave, you shut the locker room door. There's a big star that says Steve Austin on it. You know, it's like his private dressing room.
yeah, totally. It's so bad.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's
Mhm.
an amazing story.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
What do you now? Let me ask you this: what do you think it sounded like if Steve Austin wanted to tell Jason Sensation to get the hell out of his locker room? What would something like that sound like, Jason?
That's a good one. That's
What do you
smart.
think? Hmm?
You little piece of trash, Jason Sensation, with your little raspy impressions, sitting in my locker room. I go back there, get a drink. You're still sitting here. I pull off all my clothes, slap my little dick in front of you. Not good enough for you. Are you going to leave yet? What do you want to do? You want to come in a stall with me? Watch me pinch a loaf and take a dump? You little piece of trash. I'll shit on your head. Get the hell out of my dressing room. And that's the bottom line. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Son bitch.
Nice. That's amazing. Talk to me about Cameo.
Cameo. Oh yeah, Cameo. So yeah, if you can find me on Cameo at Jason Sensation X, and yeah, if you want a greeting or a message, an impression, birthday greeting, want a little put together a little segment you want to create between wrestlers just for entertainment, or even if you want, which some people like, is to get their answering machine greeting done in a wrestler of your choice or any celebrity impression I can do of your choice, hit me with it on Cameo at Jason Sensation X. Thank you very much.